This is an orthokeratology case where the patient has gone through a few different lens designs, and the common theme is just undercorrection. The patient's anywhere from 1 to 3 diopters undercorrected. The post-work topography looks fairly well centered. It's not very uniform 360 degrees. And in cases like this, more and more I am switching patients over to a semi-scleral lens, which stays put on the cornea much better. The stability of that lens on the eye seems to give us a better return zone and also better results for these kind of weird cases that just aren't going as we would anticipate. So my kind of default lens for semi-scleral is about 3 millimeters greater than the HVID. And in this prescription at the -5, I think the original power of 1.77 would be fine. So I'm just going to go to configuration settings. I'll choose an ortho K. The standard 6.2 and 6.8 I think are fine. I aim for about 3 microns of clearance essentially. And probably a little bit thicker with these lenses, especially at the edge. Okay, we want our target to be around 175, and then a 14.3 diameter. So the lens right now is an 11.1, so I'm just assuming an 11.3 corneal diameter. Okay, RSIM is usually okay to start with, and okay, we've got our lens. So we want the lens to touch in the flat meridian, which is at 180 in this case. The vertical meridian looks like there's a lot of clearance under the lens, but the cornea is usually pretty spherical out in the periphery, and I think it'll be fine, at least for a starting point. So the other thing we need to adjust is clearance at the limbus. So here I'll set the bevel to about 0.3 millimeters inside the limbus. In this case, we're going to assume it's about 11. And we want about 25 microns there. I'll probably do this a little faster this way. And going to go a little bit higher because we have to bring this down to there on the cornea. Okay. And we're at 26.3. So that's right around 25. And then our edge angle, I usually like to start with 39. So it's a little bit steep right now, and we'll try to flatten that out a little bit. 39.5, 39.1, and there's 39. Okay, so in the 180 or in the flat meridian, we've got a little bit of touch right at the edge, back edge of the return zone. The pink dot is going to be at about 25 microns. At 0.3 millimeters inside the limbus. If we look at the other meridians, it seems like our alignment's way off. But again, for this kind of cornea, I think starting with an RSIM lens is fine. We can switch to a GSIM lens if we have to, but it's pretty rare that I do. So I would use that as a starting point. Our power's dropped a little bit, so we'll bump that up a tiny bit. And then you'll just have to fine-tune the fit of the lens, especially the periphery through the slit lamp or through anterior segment OCT if you have it. So this should be very stable on the cornea, comfortable for the patient to wear. The patient does have to go through another session with the technician or whoever does your contact lens training because these lenses handle very differently, but hopefully that will get the refractive result that we're after. So very similar design that I would use for the left eye. And so thanks for watching. Hope this helps your patient.